Yo, what is up, guys? Hi, guys, another day so far. So, back on F122, as you can see, doing some open lobbies in F2 cars. No, not F2, actually. We're using F1 cars for today. So, doing 3 races, so stay tuned for that from day one. So, make sure you like, subscribe to the channel, and you can check out finish you want. So, the first race is at Imola. Find out about where we go. Only starting in 9th. Just trying to be okay at the start and make sure I don't get tangled. Well, the Red Bull got tangled there, so I was quite lucky there. Everyone got snowing there, one spinning. Managed to get to P6, that's not too bad. Not a bad start. So yeah, not a bad start there. Lucky I didn't got in 4. Say went on the gravel. That puts me into P5 by the end of the first sector. So that's very nice. So I have done Silverstone on Saturday, Fidno, so check it out if you haven't seen it yet. So for round 4 of the championship, I'm not going to tell you what happened, or I'm not going to tell you results or what just happened. So I'll let you guys watch it, and I won't spoil it. It'll be on the top of the card, so you can check it anytime you want. I'm not forcing you, but it's there if you need it. So at the end of the lap now, still in P5. The leaders are... I can see the leaders just there, so got some work to do. But I'm just trying to be careful at the right time, just to see the opportunity and see what happens from there. So I decided to save my EOS. I did use it a little bit, but I decided to save it for the next lap, because there's no point really. It's best to save it really. That guy, the Asaman, went into the barrier, but so he's lost P3. That puts me up to P4, so it's not bad. So now I just need to be patient and see if I get P3 or not from that Ferrari. Yeah, so saving the EOS as much as I can. Yeah, because EOS is quite powerful in this game, so everyone knows that. I mean, I know that since the start of the game. It just needs a bit... I don't know, it needs to be less powerful. But the toe and the DOS needs a bit more powerful, so... Yeah... The game still needs fixing though, so it's a shame. Got a warning there. I thought it was... I know Strict was on, I thought it wasn't working, but it turns out it was working, so... I thought that first lap I had a warning, but it turns out it didn't come up. But that bit I did, so that's fair enough. Coming at the end of that 2 into that 3, using a little bit, but I got 9 tenths behind the 5th place guy, so I decided not to use it that much. So I decided to save it, see what happens. Through the first 3 corners nicely. The Ferrari lost the car there on the exit of turn 4, if I get that right, in the first sector. So that puts me into P3 nicely. So then I had to use hard that these had to overtake him on the straight with DOS and all that on this lap. So I decided to push now a little bit at the time, because I need to save EOS for the last lap or something like that. Just to make sure I have enough EOS to get to the end and all that, to make sure it's not under 10% and all that. Through the chicane nicely, not too bad, took that nicely, very well. The leader and the 2nd place guy are having a nice battle at the front, and I'm 4 seconds behind them, so the next car. So he's got a 2-second penalty, so all I need is to gain 2 seconds. So I can get P2, or if the leader gets 2 seconds, I might have a chance for a win. I'm using a little bit ERS, but not too much. This guy had DRS. He's not catching, but I thought, right, I can save a little bit for the next straight. Right now, using a little bit here, not too much, but I've still got about 50% of the ERS remaining, and I've still got a lap and a half remaining to go. Yeah, so just trying to be careful with the warnings and like that. got a purple first sector, so I'm trying. I think I am setting the fastest lap right now, so on that floor. See what my paces look like. I did get a warning this time around on that corner than it was on the first lap. So that's a bit strange, but it worked. It kind of made the difference. Now that got confusing there, and I was like, it didn't get it the first time, but it got it the second time. That's a bit weird. That's alright. Done the personal best in the middle sector, so not too bad. Just trying to be careful at the last two corners. Use all the EOS at the exit. I'm using all my EOS right now on the main straight just to catch up. I managed to do a fastest lap. I am the fastest guy at the moment. And turn off the EOS before the corner just to save a little bit at the end, just in case anything happens. Use a little bit here, just a tiny bit. Get the momentum on the exit. And then coming towards turn 7, take it nice and tight, get a nice exit. Use a little bit EOS for the momentum as much as I can. I mean, I am catching a bit on P2, well, I'm gaining about half a second, but it's still the same as it was a lap later, so I still can't catch these guys. I had a really nice turn there. Just trying to be careful with the chicane, make sure I don't get a 2-second penalty. Luckily I didn't. Decided to play that safe. Well, it turns out P3 is the answer. By the time I got to the last two corners. So that's fair enough. At least I didn't get penalties, tangled, and it was kind of a okay drive for me, so not too bad. So yeah, that's fair enough. So I did get P3, so I'll take it the first race of the day on this vidno. I was feeling alright at this point, so just still got work to do for me, so it's not bad. I have set the fast lap of the race though, so I'll take that. Not too bad at all. So yeah, so I just ran out of ideas of some vidnos I'm doing. I just don't know really. I just ran out of ideas really. As we move on to France for race 2, this one was, I would say was, well, you'll see it what happened as we're watching right now. I started on pole, 5 nights are out of the way we go. I wasn't expecting to be on pole. So I was like, okay, let's try it on pole, see what happens if I'm leading the race. I got a good start, not too bad. Didn't use all my EOS, just for turn 1. As I come head down towards turn 3, I managed to gain over a second. 1.3 seconds the time I got to turn 3. So I had a really good exit on turn 2, and I managed to clear the gap already. The time I got to the back straight. The 2 back straights on the middle sector right now. So I'm still over a second ahead. So I was like, okay, so all I have to do is stay there and hopefully don't make it worse. Decided to save my EOS on this straight because there's no point if you're leading. Especially save it when you're fending and all that. I decided to use a little bit on the exit just in case, and I managed to gain on the exit there. So all I have to do is stay at the front and see what happens in 4 laps time. Well, I went a little bit wide there, but luckily I didn't get a warning, so that's fair enough. So I was quite lucky there, so I mean that's fair enough with what the game does. So coming towards the end of the first lap, still over a second, so that's kind of the ideal if you're leading. If you have a DOS issues or something. Luckily there's no... Well, DOS has issues on this game. And also EOS as well. I said that earlier. It's too much. It's too powerful. Yeah, the DOS is quite an issue on this game. Just can't get any closer and close enough. It does save your EOS a little bit if you have DOS. But it doesn't gain you at all. It's not like F2 cars when you're gaining at all. It's a bit annoying, but... I wish they'd fixed. Oh, sorry. I wish they'd fixed the toe and the DOS and the EOS. That's the 2 things needs fixing to make it better, a bit more DOS on the toe and less EOS on the power. Just less a little bit and more on the toe and the DOS. I mean, this game has issues since day one in July when it first came out. I remember when Steam couldn't play it on the first day. I think it was like Tuesday when it was like the Champions Edition, if I get that correctly. Or I think they're due on the Tuesday, just 3 days before the game comes out, or something like that. I had this game on the Friday, and I downloaded it on the day before I went to work, and I tested it on the Saturday, driving-wise, to see what it feels like. Turns out the driving... So the PlayStation is not that bad when it first came out. It's just Steam and... I'm not sure about Xbox. I think Xbox is on console, so it should be okay, similar to PlayStation and all that. Yeah, it's just Steam is... I remember it didn't... We couldn't play it. They couldn't play it on the first day when it came out. Well, I think it's Edition, not the first... Not like a Friday thing. Because I got this game on the Friday, and it was fine. Game was alright. It was fine by me, because I don't have it on Steam, but I have it on PlayStation. So, like that. So yeah, so... This is cosplay I'm doing right now in these open lobbies, 5-tap lobbies in 3 races. So as always, just a bit more entertaining and fun and all that. While this race is going along, we're on that 3 now. This is where DOS is avoid. I'm over 2 seconds now from the next car, so I'm pulling away by 2 seconds to the next car. So I'm just in my zone right now. I'm just having a Sunday drive right now. When I got to that 3, I was having a Sunday drive, so I wasn't using EOS that much. I did use it on the first 2 laps because I was just trying to clear away a little bit, stay out of the 1 second zone, and now I'm over 3 seconds, nearly 3 seconds now. By the time I got to the end of lap 3, so very. That race was quite interesting. Well, I wouldn't say it's interesting, but it was an easy drive for me. I think that's one of the easiest drives I've ever had. And on that 4 now, so just trying to be careful with... Well, I did make a mistake there, but I just slowed down a little bit just to play it safe. Yeah, so I was kind of in my zone, so... Yeah, this is kind of a Sunday drive right now. And then I saw an instant behind me when I was onto the back straight, and I was like, okay, very interesting there. And I had like a 4-second gap when that happened, just now. I'm not using my EOS at all. I still have 70% of the EOS. I wasn't even using it that much. Well, since the first 2 laps when I was using it a little bit, just clear for the 1 second zone and also clear away a little bit. And I was fine on that 5. I didn't use it that much on that 5, so you'll see in a lap's time. So yeah, the standings in the championship, well, Samford, well, he didn't go that well. My teammate won the race, and I managed to get 7th in the sprint race. So we managed to get points for the team, so that's fair enough. So not too bad. So I was quite happy for Walcott for winning the sprint race, and yeah, I mean, I was leading, and then I was struggling to hold on, and like in China, so when I didn't get points at all. It's very tricky against Division 1 drivers in ANL. It's just so fast. I understand that. It's just they're just too quick, man. I understand that. So yeah, so Walcott won the sprint. I got 7th, and then the future race, it didn't go that well for me. The strategy didn't go that well. I was trying to do soft to hard and see there's a safety car on that 3 or 4 or something like that. It didn't work, so I was quite annoyed. Yeah, Walcott did alright to get into points, but I didn't, so I was already... If it wasn't for that drive-through and the safety car, I would have been top 10 or something like that. It's a bit annoying, but that's what happens. Yeah, that's what happened at Sanford, so And then Silverstone, that was on Saturday. I'm not going to tell you what happened. I'll let you guys watch it, see what happens. The standing wise, I'm kind of top 10 in the standings right now after 3 rounds. Silverstone was on Saturday, but I'm not going to spoil the race, see what happens. And the team standings, we are, I say, top 5 or 3rd at the moment in the team standings at this stage after 3 rounds. And then I'll explain the other few rounds and then later on in the weeks and all that. So like that, in January or something, I don't know. So I have won the race, as you see in the background. I signed a lift off at the end because that was a easy victory. I was like, okay, easy victory. That was very nice. That was like a Sunday drive. That's the easiest win I've ever had so far in this game. The thing is about these cars, it's just some people are not enjoying it, and I found it okayish. I mean, it's much. When I was on 2021, I was not enjoying it at all. I just keep making mistakes, and it's just not going the way I wanted, like it was on 2020. Because 2020 was so good 2 years ago. And then it was just this one. It's not bad. It's just I just need a bit more practice into it, and then the more practice, the better. So that's what I did. So and it kind of helped a little bit at the time. So yeah, that's what it is. So that's why games had issues on this one. So on to the final race right now at Monza. Back in Italy again, at Monza this time, at Temple of Speed, starting in the, well, I wouldn't say in the middle, but I'd say near at the back, near in the middle, in 16th right now. So, find out, away we go. It's nearly 5-6 wide at that point, heading towards turn 1. I saw that, I decided to back out, see what happens. Luckily I managed to, well, I'm trying to give him space and then, well, a little bit on the gravel there, but a mistake happens. I thought the Aston brake chased me there, but luckily I think he had an illegal overtake or something, so that's why he let me back through. I was saving my EOS, and he's trying to pass me back, so I decided not to fight, decided to don't want to lose time. And then I almost made a mistake there, nearly hit into the wall, but luckily I didn't get taken out. So coming towards the 2 right-handers onto the 3rd back straight right now, another DRS zone. I would say it's an average, I'll say not great start, but I'll say it's okayish to me. At least I didn't get any penalties, that's the main thing. So when I was doing this race, I decided to change the wings a little bit. Around Monza, it feels like the wings are, it's not bad in a straight line, it's just every time I get to Sky Chicane, it doesn't feel right. I just need a bit more wings through there, and when I was doing this race, it felt okayish. I think I moved it up to like 5-7 wings or something like that when I was doing this race. It was like 2-4 when I was doing it, it was alright. And then I changed it to 5-7 just to make it a tiny bit through the corners, through the Sky Chicane, like you saw on the first lap. I thought that bit there, I thought I got screwed by the McLarens, but luckily it was ghosted, so I can continue. I had to use my EOS a little bit as I wanted, but well, luckily I managed to avoid it, so I can continue. So yeah, back in the top 10 once again. Well, I'll make that P9 because he had a 2-second penalty right in front of me. Well, leaders are at the Sky Chicane right now, while I'm on the straight. Might be a tough task to catch them, but if I'm lucky, if they have a spin or maybe a 10-second penalty or something, I don't know. Maybe like that. As we're going through here right now, a little bit out of shape, but luckily I try to avoid the curve as much as I can because it does catch you out sometimes. Happened to me a few times when I was practicing one time. I don't know. Yeah, it's annoying sometimes. As we come towards the end of lap 2, definitely in this DRS zone, so it's not till the back straight really. yeah, it's just trying to be patient a little bit. There is some carnage up the front, right there. So luckily I managed to gain 1-2 places at a time. So that's not bad, but that's fine by me. So at least I can gain a few places from that. One guy just went into the into the wall there, in a weirdest place. Maybe got tangled by someone. Right, just I'm in P8, so I am still in this race. Red Bull nearly got out of shape there. Managed to get a good exit. Got DRS, and he's got DRS as well. So I thought, I might save my EOS a little bit. So anything could happen. Just taking my time through there. Try to get a good exit here. Ferrari made a mistake there. That puts me to P7. Me and Red Bull were, well, I decided to get DRS on the next straight. So hoping I can still make EOS a bit more. And then I started to use all my EOS now till we got to the DRS zone. Right now, he's using all his EOS just, well, maybe a bit. So this is quite tricky. He was going into the middle and then the right, so I had to back out and go to the left. And Yasamine made a mistake there. That puts me to P6. So that's not too bad. Kind of average race in this one, so a little bit of battles there, but luckily no issues at all there. I was a little bit worried they're going to take me out, and I was worried they're going to do something, but luckily it didn't, so it's fine. I was quite happy at the end of the day. I'm just taking my time through here. Hope I get the DRS. Lucky I did on this straight. Just trying to be patient and see what happens. When I decided to go for the move here, luckily I managed to get there nicely, and that was very nice. That was a nice move. So, and luckily I didn't get a warning for that, so that was strange, but luckily got through there nicely. Now I can use all my EOS on the last lap. Now I can finally push on the last lap, just trying to clear away from the rest of the field from behind me, and then hoping they don't take me out at turn 1 right now. Luckily I was alright on the exit. And it was kind of carnage back there, but luckily I wasn't in that situation, so I would have been a little bit annoyed. But luckily I was cleared away, and I managed to get, what was that, 5th right now, after 4 laps. Through the chicane once again, almost made a mistake there, but luckily I managed to hold it, so not too bad at all. Just trying to stay on the road as mild as I can. And then hopefully using my EOS on the next straight as much as I can. And then hopefully it goes alright. I did get a warning there, but that's fine. It's only lap 5, so it's not an issue. So it's not bad. I mean, I think that's the only warning I got really. So in some of the, including France as well, that's only the warning I got. So not too bad. So at the end of the race, well, I came P5, so after tangled, well I didn't get tangled, but luckily I managed to recover from P5, from 16th, not too bad at all. I'll take it all day, from 16 on the grid. So yeah, so that's from me today for this one, so make sure you like the video, subscribe to the channel if you're new for more F122, and yeah, so anytime, so I hope you guys have a nice day, enjoy your day, hope you have a nice week, whatever. Or have a nice Christmas, or something like that, and see you later.